The doctor will see you now.
Yeah, what he said.
Who's got a license? Shit. Somebody give me some throat spray. No, not you, Mom. Get back. What's happening, kids? Welcome to the John Wayne Hour. That's right. For the next 2 hours, we're only going to talk about John Wayne. Why? I don't know. I just watched a movie and now I'm in that mode.
Which movie?
The one that has John Wayne in it. Actually, I was playing in, what the hell state was it? I think it was fucking Wyoming. Duncan and I were just talking about the lovely folks in Wyoming. And, or was it Nevada? One of the two. And did a show for a fundraiser of all goddamn things for John Wayne. His whole family was there. And they were auctioning off a whole bunch of his shit. So got to meet some of the distant relatives that, like cockroaches, crawled out from the wood to try to get a piece of the action. So tried to pick up some of the shit before before they put it all in the microbus and hauled it all off. Who the hell is in here? GW just made it. Silent Shred came in. Hi, Scott and Duncan. He says, fuck you, Ed. He ain't seen you in so long, they forgot you were part of this. Say
Yeah,
hi,
right.
Ed. So Ed is back, kids. He's done talking with the neighbor. And let's see, Guitar Train. He has a John Wayne 8-track tape. Oh, that's when he was singing with William Shatner. They had a duo going on. That was a beautiful thing. John. He's like, Ed who? Eddie Van Halen is in here today. If you guys hear a bunch of rattling, that's my food. And you guys can't have any. Let's see. Who's the new Ed guy?
It's me.
It's Ed. Can they see you at all?
I look like the guy on your shirt.
Oh, you're black? Yeah. If anybody hadn't noticed, yeah, that's Leroy here on front of my shirt. So we did a little remake on Eddie. And yeah, I didn't want to be all up in here without a, what do you call that? A racially correct t-shirt. So nobody can fuck with me now. Why? Just because I did this. That's all the requirements I need.
You are just being inclusive.
Inclusive, that's the word I'm looking for. Usually I don't use 3-syllable words, but Duncan's going there, so you watch if I don't try something that's grammatically, wait, that was too many syllables. That is better sounded than what he does. Okay. Oh, I know this. Guitar Train, he was asking me, and I have not responded to him. He was asking, he needs a whammy bar for his Ibanez RS 135. Do you need one that fits it, or do you need the actual one for it? Either way, I don't have it, but if anybody knows what size those are, that's easy enough to locate.
What's the bridge?
It's an Ibanez bridge. Oh, maybe it's a hardtail and it don't have a whammy and he's freaking out. That could be. Yeah, he needs silver with a black tip. He's got a black one.
That is a gripe I've had about Fenders, that the tremolo arms are not interchangeable always.
No, they are not. I have to buy made
in
Mexican
mess up
ones.
threads.
Yeah. Nobody mess up my new threads, though. Shit, motherfucker. That's always been the weird thing. I don't know if anybody's ever known that, but anyway, some of my black friends, it takes them forever to say the word shit. She's like, shit. Then motherfucker is really fast. So it's like, shit, motherfucker. I don't know why that is, but just thought I'd point that out. Those are my friends. Okay, so Guitar Train says he needs a black one. Well, don't we all?
It's a Rockman.
And it is floating. Well, that's the problem. It's underwater. So anyway, if anybody has a whammy they can hook him up with, he's looking and he's got about $5,000 to spend on it.
I'll find one.
He'll find one, by God. I'll actually go look for one. I tend to have a pretty good luck on these things, except for I cannot find Mexican whammy bars with a black tip. I don't know why. I know I could always paint the goddamn things, what everybody's saying, but
tips are easy. They're really easy to replace. You can just buy them.
My Mexico Strat, my favorite one, older one. I dropped the whammy bar in a bar on a tile floor, and it shattered the tip. And I got some liquid plastic and filled it in and painted it white. That looks like shit. I don't care.
But you know what I say? I'll only put the tip in. Oh, come on. Now, Brown Snake has to come up with something for that one. He's going to let me down.
Now, no, he's just going to let you dig your own grave with that one.
I'll only put the tip in, honey.
just watch Scott squirm with that punchline, and
honestly, and they fell for it. There was a chick from Maryland, Salisbury, Maryland, and she was a virgin, and I flew her into Oklahoma where I was playing at. Yeah, I needed some that bad. Sprung for the plane ticket, and I told her, and she believed me, that I told her that you'll still officially still be a virgin if you only let me put the tip in. So that's the way that went, and it just kept on creeping.
You sprung for the ticket. Jesus Christ, mate. You haven't sprung for anything for years.
I know.
You're an old man now.
You're a regular Ted Nugent, aren't you?
Oh, I am. I'm the great white hunter, the great white buffalo.
No, Ted Nugent paid underage girl's parents to become her guardian to take her on tour with him.
Do what? Just so they would have money at the house?
No, so he could have that girl with him.
Right.
Just put the tip in.
Just as a sex slave.
Pretty much.
And they wanted the money, so they're like, come on, Shaniqua, you're going off with Mr. Nugent.
Yep.
Nice. Well, I got to get on that. I was approached. I was telling Duncan right before we came live on the air here that I was kind of a victim of Jared from Subway. I didn't know. I just didn't know he was that way. I mean, he always seemed kind of cool.
Well, he's always offered you 12 inches.
Yeah, I mean, foot long. When he was offering me free foot longs, it's like I didn't know. Then all of a sudden he's gone from my life. He don't call. It's amazing. What is with Robert? It says big bass combo for White Buffalo. I don't understand. Oh, Silent Shred. He loves Ted Nugent. I've heard him go off on Ted before. Now that's a guy we could talk about for a long time.
Well, I watched a video of Ted Nugent showing off a bunch of like vintage. They might have even been late 50s, early 60s Birdlands.
Yeah.
And he took a wood burner and carved Ted Nugent into the back of every frickin' one of those guitars. With a wood burner.
Just so they would.
Wood burner.
How about a flamethrower? That'd be cool. Like or what do you call those fucking things that people weld with?
A welder.
That the torch. Well, I guess that'd be a torch.
Called a torch.
Please,
Okay.
tonight, don't ask Scott any hard questions whatsoever. He's just not in the zone tonight.
Well, I've got my right hand thumb up my ass. If you notice, you haven't seen it today.
Scott,
I'm
what
concentrating
is
on
your
other things.
favorite color? Blue. No, yellow.
Blue.
Ah!
Blue. She blew me, and I blew Jared. Uh-oh. See, now, James knows how to do it. For anybody that doesn't know, if you put the at Groovy Music Lessons thing, it starts to pop up real quick. But on our end, it shows up in a big orange thing. You guys can't see it, but we know right away that you're looking for me. So if you want to get my attention, do that. See, the bastard not calling you and just drops off the grid like that. Yeah, exactly. I know how chicks feel when I pay for them. You know, like when they never call you back in the morning, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Okay, I'm out of the loop again.
Chicks.
From-
So 2020.
I know.
2022 even.
Where's all the hoes at? Hey, word up.
Tonight, Scott Grove is brought to you by the 1970s.
I'm always in the 70s, dude. Hey, Ed.
Yeah.
Give me another Uncle Teddy story. I know you love him too.
He crapped his pants to get out of getting drafted.
No way.
Yeah.
And this happened how?
Crapped his pants in basic training. They're at the recruiting office, one of them.
Like,
You know,
maybe-
I think the United States, the states were all named by a pimp. There's Idaho, Ohio, Pennsylvania,
Penso. You just got a lot of hoes.
Nevada.
Nevada. No, that's an Indian tribe. No,
Like
that's
the Fagawi?
the Navajo.
Like the Fagawi.
What am I missing on Fagawi?
The Fagawi, well, you know, the three little Indian Native American kids were in school, right? In the white school. And the teacher said, "Tell me about your tribe." And the first little kid goes, "Well, my tribe's Navajo." It's, "How do you know?" My father took me on the back of a big white horse and we rode to the top of the mountain and he screamed, "We are Navajo." And she says, "Okay." She says to the next kid, "What's your tribe?" "Well, we're Cherokee." "How do you know?" Father put me on the back of a big horse. We rode to the top of a mountain and he shouted, "We are the Cherokee. We're Cherokee." She goes, "Oh, great. Well, how about you, Johnny?" And he says, "Well, we're the Fagawi."
Fagawi.
"Fagawi, how do you know?" Father put me on a horse and we rode to the top of the hill and he said, "We're the Fagawi."
Oh no, I saw it creeping, but I didn't catch it in time. I smelled it, but I didn't get it till you delivered it. Very nice.
Duncan.
Duncan.
Yes, sir.
The other night, Team Skeptic was doing a live stream
Oh, yeah.
and he was drunk
Yeah.
and drinking on camera.
Yeah.
And I made the comment because he was getting into geopolitics, right?
Right.
And I made the comment, I said, "Team Skeptic, if Russia attacked Turkey from behind, would Greece help?" And he went into this big rant about how Russia attacking Turkey would be, you know, devastating. And the chat went crazy.
Because he completely missed the joke.
He completely missed it. And when he finally figured it out, he goes, "Oh my God, I can't believe I fell into that."
Brilliant. Brilliant. I'll have to check that one out. Look that up.
Mr. Nighthouse says someone needs to update their joke files.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
they're
got
asking.
mostly dad jokes these days, and I can't even think of any of them.
Somebody asked for cat scratch fever.
Nope, you get a
No,
copyright strike right away.
That's not what they said. I think Ted suffers from a severe case of cat scratch fever.
Don't play cat scratch fever. You get a copyright claim, just like.
Okay, we got one now.
Maybe. I think you needed to finish it. That one. Is that a sentimental guitar?
Sentimental?
Is that a special guitar to you? That Ovation?
No.
Why do you want it?
Well, because I know Scott. His first guitar was an Ovation.
Which one?
Well, the one that you talked about that you played with way back when you were a young guy with Naked and playing in a band before you got the Explorer.
Oh, okay.
You played that Ovation guitar.
Right.
What was that called? Breadwinner?
Breadwinner.
What's that one you just had? Is that a Breadwinner?
That's a Viper.
Viper. From
Viper
what year?
3. Probably 74-ish.
So what's the going rate on that one?
For the Viper 3 is about $2,000 to $2,500.
That's pretty good. That's worth some money.
Yeah, the regular Viper. There's no Viper 2 and there's no Viper 1. There's just a Viper.
And a Viper 3.
And a Viper 3. Those are only going for about $600.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Night Owl, I've had a good Pride Month. I've been proud.
Talking about Pride Month, are they?
I woke up the other morning Tuesday morning to a rusted out water heater that leaked all over my hallway carpet, and
I took a leak.
I had to call a plumber, and I've got a completely American-made Lochinvar hot water tank that I'm rather proud of. I brought my neighbor over here just to show it off.
You got an American-made product?
Yep. Well,
so they
claim.
Why didn't you get a good one?
Yeah, get a good one.
Yeah. Hey, I got 15 years out of a Whirlpool from Lowe's, so that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, thank you, Japan.
No, that was made in China.
Now, doesn't Gibson make a whole bunch of appliances? Or they own a bunch of companies?
Well, like washing machines.
There used to be Gibson refrigerators. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
There was Debbie Gibson. Does that count?
Somebody did actually. Yeah. I did.
There were Gibson air conditioners, I believe.
Yeah, but don't they own
the Bee Gees?
The Bee Gees?
Yeah, they were all Gibsons.
Robert Nava says, I heard Scott played lots of Peavies back in the day.
Yes, I did. I loved them all. To all the Peavies I've loved before.
Well, when he did Willie and Julio Iglesias did that duo, they were going to change the words to all the girls I loved before. And then Willie sings, who are suing me for child support.
Nice.
We've missed you, Ed.
I'm backing up. Hang on. Beep, beep, beep.
Come on, help me out with the chat here, Ed.
I'm going back with the people. Silent Shred said, Ted's a great player, but he's crazy like a loon.
Ted's not a great player.
He is out to fucking lunch.
Guitar Train. My first guitar was a 19 '85 Ibanez Roadstar 2 440 purple.
Hey, nice. I actually love those,
Wait a minute.
and
I've
especially
seen,
purple.
My
I've
first
seen
guitar was a
no, wait a minute.
1963 Roy Rogers plastic
I was going to
ukulele.
say, I've seen your Christmas photograph. You in your cowboy outfit in the front of the Christmas tree with a crappy little ukulele.
I was 4 years old and I was playing it left-handed.
I won't tell you what I was playing left-handed. It was bigger than a ukulele, though.
No boasting.
It was not my penis.
No, it was somebody else's.
It was somebody else's penis. It was Jared's penis. It was this guy on my shirts. It was Leroy's.
God, you went to a harsh school.
I did. Yeah, to get in, you either had to be missing a tooth or. No, me and Duncan were talking about, again, while Ed was gone, talking to the neighbors, showing him his new water heater. We were talking about Wyoming and getting into the bars over there. You had to either be missing a tooth or what else was it?
Yeah, no second drink until you had a fight.
Yeah, you had to be engaged in a fight or at least willing to come in and start one right away. It's a hell of a place.
Yeah, no pool cues in one piece.
I got off a Greyhound bus. I got off a Greyhound bus in Dallas, Texas, with my hair down to my shoulders, and there were 3 guys with crew cuts standing there going, "You're chicken shit if you don't come out back and fight the 4 of us."
How many were there?
Yeah, only 4. I said, "Yeah, you're right. I'm chicken shit."
Yeah. The numbers aren't that great, are they? I'll fight one of you.
I was all over the fucking map, man. There's where my brain's at today, which is severely missing. I thought he honestly said, so there was me, and then there was these 3 guys with crew cuts, and then all 4 of them asked me out back. It's like, I thought I missed the joke.
Hi, Jimmy Biter. How you been? I saw you comment the other night in another stream that you're still having trouble with his shoulder. Jimmy is an amazing guitar player, and he is also a PV enthusiast.
Jimmy. Now I'm looking for a Jimmy.
Jimmy Biter. Here, I highlighted his comment.
Oh, I'm way up behind everything. I'll find him because I was up here when you were doing the Indian thing. We have Robert. He's came up with Dances with Truckers. And Robert, same guy, he put Dripping Bowl. And for
Dripping Bowl.
Dripping Bowl. Silent Shred for Ted Nugent, Runs from Drafts.
Yeah, my Cherokee name's Talking Bollocks.
Talking Bollocks. Here's mine. Robert came up with another one. Thunderbelly. Oh, fuck. I like that one. Now I'm going to have to get me a new shirt and then cancel it after a one-off again, just with a King Thunder or a Chief Thunderbelly on it.
I thought you were going to say you're going to get like a Cherokee Eddie now.
That's what I'm saying.
Full headdress.
Full headdress and King Thunderbelly. Or, I'm sorry. I keep saying King. What the fuck? I keep looking at my shirt and seeing Martin Luther King.
Did you hear about the little Indian kid that was at the hospital with his dad when his little brother was born? And the little kid
he wasn't white.
The little kid said, Dad, why did you name him Flying Eagle?
Bless you.
He said, because after the baby was born, after your brother was born, the first thing I saw was a flying eagle. So I named him Flying Eagle. And he goes, oh, well, why did you name my sister Running Deer? And he says, because when your sister was born, the first thing I saw was a running deer. So I named her Running Deer. Why do you ask, little 2 dogs fucking?
Oh, no, the dad joke.
And welcome everybody to Scott Grove for the Casual Racism.
Ed's a joke thief. Ed's a joke thief.
Hey, Duncan, you are the man with all the buttons, right?
Yeah.
Any way you can come over here and set my clock back a half hour?
No.
No. We could start this shit all over again.
Yeah. Should we just cancel and start again?
Yeah.
Well, the Supreme Court just set the clock back 50 years, so I don't know what you're worried about.
Oh, God. Oh, let's not get political.
Yeah.
Oh.
We can't get political.
Yeah, well, you can do what you hell you like. You know, it's your show.
I'm looking at
No,
Gerald.
Robert Nava, Scott doesn't even know what a Spark 40 is. Scott, what's a
What?
positive grid?
A positive grid?
See what I mean?
It means you're just like a sheep, right? Are you a sheep?
Ask him about a PV Bandit and he'll give you an answer. Positive Grid Spark is a little modeling amp that is real popular.
Oh,
now.
I thought it meant like you were living on the grid. You mean
No.
with all these people? Because I've seen people, that live off grid. And okay, we're looking for a positive grid. You're way ahead of me. I'm still looking at other people's thunderbellies and ponchos and lefties. And somebody said something sounded good. Maybe it's when I was playing. Yeah, that had to be what it was.
Yeah, that was half an hour ago. Come on, catch up. Scroll down.
They're talking about Ovation Breadwinner and Ace Frehley. That was his axe. Okay, there's the purple guitar. See, I'm that far back. Okay.
Do you know Dave's World of Fun Stuff?
Oh, good fucking God.
Well, yesterday I was watching a video.
Motherfucker. Let me tell you how I feel about him.
Yesterday I was watching a video of his that just came up because I wasn't paying attention to the computer. I was doing other stuff and the video came on.
Uh-huh.
And he was setting up an Ibanez Iceman for a guy.
Yeah.
And he broke the mirrored truss rod cover.
I don't fucking
And he
doubt
is
it.
going
He's
to
a
glue
fucking
it back
moron.
together with super glue.
He's a fucking moron.
What? You're
No.
joking.
And he got in an Ace Frehley.
Oh, that would polish out.
Yeah. He got in an Ace Frehley Epiphone Les Paul a couple days ago, and he didn't know a fucking thing about it. And he had talked about the Paul Stanley one that he had in, but he never mentioned that he fucked it up too. But he took for anybody who needs to know, it's going to be the first guitar thing I've talked about for this half hour. I've just been sitting here going off on Leroy and Ted Nugent, one and the same. Let me see. And he got the Epiphone out and he's like, wow, check it out. First, he tried to go through the wiring. It's like, how does this work? It starts tapping on everything. It's a 3-way fucking switch. Which pickup? Oh, I don't know. Nope, that's not how it works. I thought his worked different than this. And it's like, it's a fucking Les Paul. Any 3-way switch on a guitar that has 3 pickups on a Gibson guitar is when it's up, it's on the neck pickup. When it's in the middle, it's the middle pickup and the bridge. And then when it's down, it's on the bridge only. Is the way that goes. Unless you're Peter Frampton, then it's the other way around. When it's in the middle, it's on the middle pickup and the neck pickup. Anyway, so he had no idea about that. But anyway, the main thing I wanted to get at after showing my amazing knowledge of Ace Frehley guitars is that one of the pickups, well, actually all 3 pickups, I've had the Gibson one of those before, is just sitting there this won't do it because I have good guitars or guitars that work. The pickup was like rocking back and forth like this, how they do.
On the spring?
Yeah, just rocking and rocking and rocking. And it's like all you do is put in, how come there was money floating around? Anyway, there was, I guess he was testing a button.
No, I accidentally pressed the button. I was typing something, and oops.
I just
Oops,
looked. I
oops.
just
Hey,
looked down.
hey! I've pressed the button, so maybe somebody will give you a super chat. Thank you.
But he's like, okay, now these, wow, that's really flopping around in there, isn't it? Oh, look at that one. Look how it flops around. Oh, holy crap. Anyway, so I guess I'll put this back in the case and call it a day. And he didn't fucking fix a thing. It like takes 2 seconds to put a piece of foam underneath there, and it just keeps it dead in place where you want it. The springs will keep it as high as you want it, but the foam underneath, you put it in there, and it keeps them extremely smooth wherever you want the goddamn thing.
Well, they don't pay him to think.
I know. It's like at all. I think the thing is he only attempts to fix what they said is wrong with it instead of going out of his way to actually fixing what's wrong with it.
Well, I hate guys that use feeler gauges and string
Oh.
height gauges.
Yeah, instead of what actually works.
Well, yeah, a matchbook cover and
An eyeball.
or an eyeball and a pack of zigzag papers.
A pair of fingers.
Pair of fingers.
Set of fingers. A pair of fingers.
Thing is, I had interaction with Dave a long time ago. Back in
He loves me too.
He doesn't like criticism.
No, huh?
Mm.
No, he's not. He's not a joy.
Yeah, he takes the fun out, the fun stuff.
Somebody's talking about humping bears, and they're talking to you, Ed.
Yeah, that's way long ago, Scott.
I
Catch
know,
up,
but I'm catching up.
buddy.
So, have you reviewed any Spark 40s? Oh, that's what you were asking me about. One of those little amplifiers that run off of like blue teeth.
Right. And you got to download. You got to download the software.
Yeah, don't buy it. Yeah, don't buy a Spark. How's that?
I will never give up my stomp boxes.
Yeah. Yeah, don't buy a Spark. It'll be, and I'm not saying a Spark in particular. I'm having to go with Duncan on this. Something that you have to just think it through for about 30 seconds to know that the technology will be not only way in the past in 10 years, that there is no future for it because they will no longer put out any upgrades for it.
Yeah, you won't have a phone in the future that you'll be able to charge because the charging cables will all be gone. The phone won't work. The app will no longer be available, and you're fucked.
Yeah, but Elon Musk is going to orbit satellites that fix all that, so don't worry about it.
Nice. Well, I'm glad he's going to do that. Maybe he'll get a hold of Jared, and he'll get a hold of me. And
I want to talk about something that I ran into with going with all mini pedals.
Hairy Stinky Fingers?
That, and
okay.
If you make a pedal board and say you've got 2 rows of pedals.
Okay, let's say that.
Okay. You've got a pedal board and there's 2 rows of pedals.
Okay. You said it. Now what?
The mini pedals.
That's going to be my Indian name. I am Mini Pedals.
I'll step on a pedal.
Hang on, Ed. Hang on. Scott, shut up. Listen, concentrate. Ed's telling you something. Learn.
I'm trying to learn. Okay, so we got our 2 rows of pedals.
We're way past that.
Oh, I got to.
Okay, no. And I go to step on a pedal, and my foot will bump the knob on a pedal under it or a pedal beside it.
Yes.
And then now my settings are all out of whack.
Yes.
And by the end of the second song, I step on a pedal and my amp just goes completely crazy.
Yes.
Or I've shut the pedal off because I've bumped the gain knob down to like nothing. And I'll step on the pedal and no sound comes out. Or what happens is I hit the knob, the wave knob on my tremolo pedal.
Yeah,
and it'll go from it'll go from just a slight modulation to this huge wave that's like unusable. And I'm not liking this at all.
But
I am
you just
not
said you were
liking this.
pro. You just said you were pro pedals, though, right?
Well, yeah, but I've got to figure something out. I've either got to put foam under those knobs so they don't turn, or I got to tape them down or something. I don't
Yeah,
want to tape them.
like you want like a perspex flip cover, so you can you can cover up the actual knobs.
I'm thinking of putting felt washers, cutting felt washers to put under them so that they press against the washer.
Bit of friction.
Well, then you could tell people you got a new washer and a new water heater.
Yeah.
And neither one of them are truly made in America.
Well, it's almost like you want the actual knobs on the pedals to be like a push pull sort of thing, so you can pull them up to turn them and then push them down to lock them.
I have a tube screamer that does that, a TS7 silver one. The knobs push down and lock.
Oh, they do. I have seen those, and they're almost like flush with the pedal.
Wait a minute. I just said something fucking sensible.
Yes, you did.
I just want the world to recognize that.
Yes, and those work, and they're on something else too. I can't remember what it is. Musical that actually works. You got to push them down, and then it springs up so you can make an adjustment. Then push it back down so you can't move it. And
I've got plumber's putty in the garage. Silent shred. That's doable right away.
Now, are your pedals actually something that you are willing to do that with?
Plumber's putty it comes. You can take it right off.
Okay, but
I mean, you could actually just take the actual knob off. I mean, because
I do adjust them for different songs throughout the night. But I just don't want my foot doing it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You will still be able to adjust them because they'll have the stem coming out as opposed to the actual big fat knob. So you can. No joke. Stupid. That was not a joke, Scott. Stop laughing.
That looks like you got a bunch of broken pedals.
But who else is looking at your pedals?
Everybody.
Who's looking at his knob?
They line up. I charge 25 cents to go over my pedal board.
And look at your knob?
And look at my knob. Knobs.
Oh, well, I tell you what, Ed, because that would make a great new video on your channel, because you used to do quite a few videos about your pedal board and your setup, but just take all the knobs off. You go, there you go, that's my new pedal board.
Now here's where
I'm just going to get one of those Zoom all-in-one pedals and call it a day.
That's what I was going to say.
Get out of here.
I don't have any knobs. Well, yes, I do. I have knobs on my compressor, but my compressor's I leave it on all the time, and it's all the way at the end of my pedal board. So
see, you only use one effect, and that's like soaking reverb.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's see. On my pedal board, I have a volume pedal, a wah pedal, a whammy pedal, compressor, and a wireless. And then I have my other pedal board that has 14 switches and 2 pedals on it, which is my pedal for my Johnson digital amp thing. Digital/analog/tube amp.
D.W. Taylor says, be more careful where you stomp your plates of meat. If you had the gob stompers I got on the end of your ankles, you'd understand. Plus, I almost fall over every time I try to turn on a pedal because my balance is so bad.
Well, here, Mr. Night Owl, he says, get real pedals.
Yeah, I highlighted that. I think.
Yeah, you got little bitty ones.
Yeah.
Do you take the little bitty ones to gigs or no?
Yeah, that's what I'm using.
Okay,
little itty bitty one.
I saw 2 different pedal boards in your music room.
There's 3, but the one's in the van, the mini one's in the van.
Okay.
My old pedal board, I'm ready to put my old pedal board back together exactly the way it originally was. And then the other thing is the variation between guitars. Where you
Right.
set a pedal for a guitar with a stacked humbucker, that pedal is not going to react the same when you use a Fender single coil.
No, not at all.
So then you got to retweak everything, and
Unless you do what I do.
you don't use pedals.
Well, still my amp will react differently and my pedals will react differently
Yes.
with humbuckers versus single coils. And I'm all too familiar with stomping on pedals my whole life until this amp came along. But I actually used to use and continue to use a simple line mixer.
Yeah.
And put a humbucker guitar through one and a Strat through another and make sure that the actual output volume for each guitar is adjusted so that they're same volume as each other before they ever even hit the first pedal.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so that's what I do in that situation. Same way that I do with active basses and passive basses is I have a rack mounted little mixing board. I have little 6-channel mixers that are fit in one rack space, and I'll use it for making all my guitars the same output.
John Pearson says make separate patches for every song in the order of your set list, then a couple patches for general playing, and you're done. That's not a bad idea, other than the fact that we don't follow the list rigidly, because sometimes what you might open up a show with is not appropriate at a different show.
Oh, kind of like me.
Yeah, so
I'm not appropriate.
I have
just your t-shirts.
I have a list that I can go from top to bottom, and often do follow it for a while, but eventually you get to the point where I go, nope, we're going to play this song here.
Because everything has changed. The mood is in there, and it's different than what it
you got to be flexible. You got to be flexible.
Yeah, everybody wants slow songs, and all of a sudden your next song is by Metallica.
All my pedals, G.W. Taylor, go through the front of the amp. I don't use an effects loop at all.
Okay, as far as people who wonder about effects loops, if you're going to use them for
modulation
and delay and reverb, that type of thing
and
is what
gain and distortion and shit. You want to go through the front of the amp.
Through the front of the amp, yeah. So yeah, all of your amps that would and could have over the many years used to go by old PV amps and stuff, and of course the reverb is on the amp, the phase shifter is on the amp, the tremolo is on the amp, so they're letting you kind of know what could actually go through the effects loop that way. The modulation, the phase or the flanger that's built into the amp, the reverb, the tremolo, all that stuff would naturally go in the effects loop if
those
you want to go that route.
Chorus amps were nice amps.
Oh hell yeah! I saw one of those on Craigslist just now for $150. It's PV Stereo Chorus 400 or something.
Jesus.
And it's like I should go down and buy that, but what the fuck would I do with it? It's like all my amps are stereo anyway, and I'm running 2 stereo 412 cabinets at the same time in here. So I'm running 10, 12-inch speakers here in the house. Yeah, I need a little PV 212 amp too.
I tell you an interesting thing that I found back in the early days when I was trying to learn about guitars and all the stuff that goes alongside it. Things like guitars, and microphones and amps and pedals. There was a lot of videos of telling you how to do it, but very few actually went into the why. You say, oh, you want to use this microphone, and you want to do that, but why that one?
Because it was a paid endorsement.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No, I'm not too sure. You know,
No,
back back
they're not.
back in the early days, there wasn't very much of that going on. But yeah, there was lots of people talking about how they do it and what they use, but very few people were saying why they do it. And I think that's because most people don't fucking know. It's just they try
True.
stuff and they end up with something that they know that they like and it works, but they don't know why it works. And
Right.
I always wanted to know why. But
So you're the Les Paul of the group here.
yeah, well,
It's like, why? You're the one that was always taking mom's telephone apart and the phonograph apart. And what makes this shit work? None of her appliances work now.
Yeah,
I've went over and I've tore apart Ed's water.
Yeah,
water heater.
I used to take
What
one
makes this
steam
work?
engine apart just to find out what was working. Yeah, back in
My
the
buddy
day.
Terry Bard on here, he's asking about the Boss GT6, which I know has to be. Tell me exactly what that is, Terry, because it's going to be something different than what I think it is, I'm sure. Because all my GT model stuff ends up, of course, being guitar tuners. It's going to have to be a multi-effects thing, I would think, since that's what we were on. Somebody's asking if I still have the little 4-4 amp. Yes, I do. My stepson is using it for a Harley Davidson gas can guitar right now.
Do you really like that little fucker amp?
I've got it. Yeah.
You love that little amp.
You know what I saw on
No
Facebook
problem
the
with
other
that.
day? A guy posted a picture of a little PV Decade amp.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to get my hands on one of those.
Yeah. Man, I tell you what, you'd
Just
go
a
at
cool
the
little thing.
Yeah, you'd go over to the local county fairs and stuff like that, and people would have those all over. They'd be using that for a PA system over at the,
Yeah.
as the barkers were telling you which ride to ride or whatever. It's like, come on aboard, blah blah blah, and they're using that for their PA system. Okay, yeah, he says that Terry says that the GT6 is the multiple effects with the 85 flipping things going on that deal. I actually use that stuff. I haven't played the Boss one in particular, but all mine are Digitech stuff. I've probably got 10 different Digitech things that are all multi-effects deals. And I would use them when I would go out and do solo gigs, with the backing tracks and stuff. And I would have my main sound somewhere in the middle of the whole damn thing. And then I would have other clean-esque sounds to the left of it. So say I'm running number 50 as my main sound. So 49 would be a little bluesier, a little bit of crunch. And then 48 would have more crunch. Then if you go to the other way, I'd get into a distortion and a distortion with delays and so forth like that. So I'd only use like 5 actual patches on the whole thing. So that's same thing with my Big Johnson amps. I don't use more than like maybe 5. Huh?
Why multi-effects pedals are kind of
Okay, are we back now?
Are we
Are we
back
back?
now?
Can you hear us in the chat?
No.
Anybody?
Yes.
Oh, somebody said yeah.
Yes.
They're good.
Scott,
they're good.
turn around.
Yeah.
Turn around. Scott, turn
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Turn
Turn
around.
around, Scott.
Oh, so they can hear that?
Turn around. All the way. Ladies and gentlemen, Scott's back.
I thought you wanted me to hear
That was a good joke. Yeah, no,
another dad
I
joke.
accidentally kicked my microphone cable. And it reset all fucking audio outputs and inputs to everything. So it's like,
So
shit!
It was Duncan's knob.
Okay,
Yeah.
the player's strat. He wanted to
Yeah,
know what we thought
I
about
need
the
to tie
player's
down that
strat.
knot.
I love them because they're made in Mexico, and I think they're just as good as the American ones almost now. They just don't have the custom shop accoutrements, attributes.
Accoutrements?
But the new player strats are absolutely fantastic. 2-point tremolo. They got the tone control for the bridge pickup and Alnico 5 pickups.
Well, that sounds like a damn nice strat, which I have not played. Why haven't I played it?
Hey, you can get one. They're only $749.
Well, send me the money.
We'll sell one of your squires.
That's my squires. I don't got one. I don't think I do.
Sell that white Ibanez thing up there.
Oh, yeah, I'll get right on that. Let's see. Player strat sucks compared to my PV.
Predator.
That's Mr. Night Owl saying.
No, they don't suck compared to the PV, but there's an argument for
both. Now,
and we won't have the argument here.
Now, Delta 4 has a question. Is there a humbucker that has the clean, bright sound of a single coil pickup? Yes.
The burst bucker.
The burst bucker.
You pull the little knob.
Pull the little knob, and that's Gibson. And also, depending on if you're willing to do it and depending on if they're willing to let you do it, Reverend, they're all of their humbuckers and P90s, but anyway, all their humbuckers, which is what you're asking about, will work amazing that way. So if you want to put in a bass roll-off or a bass contour knob in it, which they put in all of their guitars, works amazingly well. I have 8 of the Reverend guitars here that have that bass contour knob on it, and you can't tell them from a Strat pickup for nothing. That's the most amazing thing that's come around. What's that?
You have a Reverend handy?
Every one of them have P90s.
Do you have one handy?
Yes.
Can we see it?
Yes, you can. What color do you want?
Oh, it don't matter. Where are they out of?
United States, but they're made in Korea.
Are they making them in Korea? Didn't they originally, weren't they like a little custom shop somewhere in America?
Yes.
That's a nice guitar. That's a nice guitar.
That's a guitar right there. Now, let's see.
Are those soap bars?
Just typical P90s. Hey, they're not in tune. Do they have to be? Oh, and I got my tuner out. I want to talk about that too.
What do you got, a con?
I've got a couple right next to me. I don't want to sit there and twist the knob, though. That's for Duncan to do. And he's like, all I wanted to do is know if there was a fucking pickup that.
Mr. Night Owl and Company is asking why a 2-point trim is supposed to be better than a 6-point. One, because you've got more freedom of movement. You've got more movement capability. You're riding on a blade on the 2 points. It just has more play to it. The 6-screw ones are fine if you're not dive bombing or anything like that, and you can even dive bomb with them if you want. But if you're decking all your, like you say, you deck all your trims anyway, why do you even bother having a tremolo on your guitar?
Yeah. Okay, 2-point tremolo on these things. Here's the easiest way that I've always been able to tell people. Either your whammy system is going to come in contact with 2 things that are going to get in the fucking way, or they're going to come in contact with 6 fucking things getting in the way. So, and yeah, you can actually adjust each screw, all 6 screws, to actually let the bridge itself in between the windings, or it can be against it. So you can actually hear when you're adjusting each one of them, or feel each of them clinking into place, so to speak.
Yeah, just don't tighten them all down unless you're decking your bridge.
Unless you're decking the thing, yeah. For example, on this one here, never going to be great quality on this thing, but here's the P90s on here. Okay, so that's the sound of those. I'm going to roll off the bass contour knob all the way. Back up. Back to single coil sounds. Just a whole different sound.
Out all night, sleep all day.
Yeah. So, yeah, you got major quackage. So, yeah, the P90s are amazing, and the humbuckers are amazing. If you add that knob with any of the Reverend humbuckers, they make some that have half of the slug showing, and then the rest of it on the low strings are rails. So those are very cool. I hear somebody ringing.
Yeah, that's my laptop giving me notifications that people are posting videos on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Let's see. What twangs more, P90s or a Telly? Telly. Okay, got that one.
A Telly twangs more than anything.
Yeah, a P90 is a poor man's way of kind of trying to get a sound that's halfway in between a humbucker and a single coil. Even though a P90 is single coil, it is darker than a single coil. So it sounds like a dog only has one sock in its mouth. Oh, it's kind of like this, but you put a humbucker's more like this. It's got 2 socks in its mouth.
You know what a dog with a hair lip says?
What?
Mark.
God, somebody get this guy a joke book. Okay.
Yeah, pickup types don't matter anyway. It's the type of wood the guitar is made of that gives you all the tone.
Oh, definitely on this one. This is the one where all the wood matters. Okay, so needless to say, there's no wood on this guitar.
That's what she said.
Okay. What I actually wanted to talk about at some point, it's going to scare Ed. Why? I don't know. He's like, what the fuck is he talking about? Okay. I was even talking to Duncan about this earlier. I have been watching, as of late, a bunch of 7-year-olds and 8-year-olds, and that landed me in jail. So I started watching some 8 and 9-year-olds, and I'm sorry, but they're blowing us all out of the water, kids, as far as playing wise goes.
You know what? They just don't have the feeling, Scott.
That's true. But and here's the thing. But yeah, as far as actually playing the stuff that people think is cool, they're doing it. The drummers are pretty good that come out, but they couldn't play a Buddy Rich thing to save their life. But then again, they wouldn't want to because
well, they're all thrash drummers.
unless you get the girls.
They've got that double bass thing going, the incredible foot speed.
Oh, sure. What I was going to get at on all of it is these people are the ones I'm going to talk about. You've got people all over on YouTube or Facebook or everywhere else, and they are putting videos out of this. That's what they got. That's their talent.
Oh, you're talking about my band.
Yes. So I'm honestly serious. They play guitar that well and they sing that well, and they're posting it for all their friends and relatives and world to see. And I don't get why they would do that. Go ahead.
I have that problem with myself, and sometimes I just go, why am I doing this?
It's just a who's saying hi? Oh, Wally in the box. What's happening? And there's Clive. How you doing, Clive? And God, we got Kirk. Everybody's showing up now. They know this is the only time anything gets talked about. It's like, I'll get there after the first hour because they just sit there and shoot the shit. It's like time for something tangible that I can hang on to. Not that it's going to be much better, but if anybody here has ever done this, you might know what I'm talking about. Number one, get rid of that guitar, pick this one up. As far as playing your guitar, I don't care if you use a freaking metronome or not, but at least use like a backing track if you don't have a metronome. If you have a laptop, you have a metronome. If you have a computer, you have a metronome because you can just go online and go to YouTube and hit metronome and then tell them what speed you want and it'll go right there. If you don't have backing tracks, go to YouTube. They're all right there. Tell them what key you want. Before you start doing, you got people that cannot do this, but yet they're trying to do this crap. Just like this. There it is. If you can't play what's on your backing track, give it up for now. So if you can't, okay, there he is. He's playing. Honestly, I'm not saying give it up. I'm saying giving up posting for now. Don't give up your guitar playing because there's nothing that should make you ever give up guitar playing. Something that'll wake you up maybe, but it hasn't woken up other people. I've read on the subject and they're like, make sure you record yourself. Make sure you do. It's like people have been recording themselves and listening back and watching and stuff, and they're still doing it. That's the problem. They don't understand how bad it sucks. And again, that they're just killing people out there with what's going on. How do I put this?
Practice, my friends, practice.
Yeah, definitely. I would actually maybe, if whatever platform you are posting your shit on, and that's you're a platform poster or what do you call multimedia poster, actually put on get on and do a fake name, get yourself a new channel name and blah, blah, blah,
Put a bag over your head.
put a bag over your head. Yeah. And basically put that stuff up again and let people listen to it and say, this is a buddy of mine, man. He put out some stuff here, but have it not show anything, have it just be like a black screen or something, and let them listen to you play and or sing. And what do you think, man? I think he's all right. What do you think? And just see after they're done laughing, see what they honestly have to think, because they're going to tell you you're awesome no matter what, which is not fine. There are, God love you for trying and don't stop trying. I'm just saying, don't put yourself out there unless you are 100% positive that what you're putting out there doesn't blow dog. You don't have to be a master or anything, but as long as you can actually, and I'll go out on a limb. I know I suck, but I'll still, silver wings. Okay, just with that much. Okay, the guy can actually sing in pitch. His voice sucks, but he's in key. So unless you're willing to take an acoustic guitar, not an electric, and go out there and play in front of people and sing in front of people, keep the shit at home for now. You'll find this thing that's called a tuner.
They come in all shapes and sizes.
All shapes and sizes, yeah. Big
all
ones,
price
little
ranges.
Ones.
You can download an app to your phone.
Yep. And sit there and sing right towards, if you got a clip on like this, if you get close to it and sing like this, you can actually watch the pitch going around, but just going on, you start waving off the note. Look at what your voice is actually doing. Don't listen to what your voice is doing. Look at it. Just sing at a tuner and try to hold a note and try to keep it dead on. That will let you know what's really going on, despite what you think you're hearing. Okay. Yeah, so there's that.
Well, this thing with the 7-year-olds and the 8-year-olds.
Yeah.
I have seen so many 7 and 8-year-olds play Eruption.
Oh, sure.
But it's like, why?
Because they can at 7 and 8.
Can.
It's like, I look at it from this point of view, and I definitely want you to stick your point of view in there as well. Have I ever tried to play Eruption? No. Is it because I don't think I could play it? No. And I don't know if I could play it. I imagine I could.
I started to learn it. And just decided that I really don't like
the song
it that much.
Right. It's kind of like Freebird. It's
not musical. It's not musical to me. It's just noise.
Yeah. And it's other people's reason for picking the guitar up in the first place. And it's their ultimate goal is to play that song.
I mean, it was exciting to see Eddie Van Halen do it. Okay.
Right.
Back in 1979.
78 or 9, yeah.
It was exciting to see him do it, but
it's almost like seeing Lil Wayne try to play now.
Well, DKG has left the meeting.
Yes, he has.
DKG has joined the meeting.
Are you back, Duncan? There he is. I can see him. Now I can't see him.
He's just an excitable boy.
I guess. Okay, so you're talking about eruption.
Well,
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I've been talking for ages. I didn't realize after I kicked my microphone, none of you fuckers can hear me. So
Not a word, buddy.
Right. So,
it was
so I'm back.
bliss.
I'm back now, and now I'll shut up.
It has to be musical for me, like watching somebody shred. I can only watch it for 30 seconds. And
Right.
then they played every note on the guitar in a not musical fashion. And then I'm bored.
Okay.
I like songs and melodies.
Why?
Well, it's just me.
Now, there's an interesting side note to that because there's a YouTube channel. I can't remember the name. It's just some kids playing guitar. Sorry, it's kids playing cover music.
Yeah.
They're really, really good. It's
Yes.
it's an amazing how good they are.
Yeah.
But they have absolutely no soul. None of them look like they're fucking enjoying themselves. And I left a comment on one of their videos. It just put some fucking life into it.
Okay,
You know,
now-
I think they've
and
been watching
that's-
Ed's channel.
That's another. Now that's another thing is, what is life? The meaning of life. Yeah, let's go there. Is what I was just playing a minute ago with the backing track. Just simple as that. There's zero life going on in there, but that's a backing track on 10,000 of these amps that were made out there. But it has a reason, and it has, I mean, it's dead to the letter boring, but it's dead to the letter on beat. It's nothing fancy. It's nothing, there's zero life in it, but you can practice the shit over top of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can riff over that. You can do country
Yeah.
work,
Yeah, so it's just going along.
rock and roll.
You know, you got that typical shit that you could do on there. But never will you hear, never should you hear that for too long in a song, even though that's a rhythm player. And you say, like, that's their job. It's like, at what point is this acceptable?
Yeah, right off the bat.
Yeah, so, but right away, you're like, well, that's not the song. That's not how it goes. You know, it's like, so where do you draw the line between it has no feel, it has no life, or where do you actually draw the line to where it's like, well, that's not how the song goes? You know what I mean? Like, one of them I could definitely bring up would be like, keep your hands to yourself. I mean, that's just. And you don't want to deviate from that, because any deviation from that would be.
Not hands to yourself.
It would not be the song. Even though you could. You know, that's cooler, but it's not the song. You know what I mean? So with all the kids playing stuff that's lifeless, I don't know. I have a hard time putting them down for it, I guess. Whereas what I'm seeing out there are people that are just, they've got actually, some of them got backing tracks that are actually going. And then they come into playing, and they're
Yeah.
you know,
What's
and
wrong with
then
that?
and then they start singing, and it's
Well,
like,
Oh, I'll tell you what. Talking
and you
about
get
singing.
this.
Hey, wait. Talking about singing, right? This weekend across the road, there was some people having a fucking party. They do it so often. Oh, it's so fucking loud. They also do band practice. Oh my god, it's terrible. But they had this party, and anyway, at some point they were doing karaoke, and this guy started coming on singing "Brick in the Wall." Oh, Lord, is this a brick in the wall? Now, okay, that was bad. And then they proceeded to play it again from the top. Oh, is this another brick in the wall? Oh, for fuck's sake. And then they played it again from the top. Oh,
Yeah.
just so I just got up. I wasn't feeling very well. I've been lying there, feeling really ill. I just got up to the door and just waited for a slight break in the music and shouted, "Shut up!"
well,
And they didn't.
that's how band practices go.
They didn't. They didn't play the song again.
That's how band practices go. Oh, I'd have turned the motherfucker up on you. I'd have moved my speakers, rolled them across the street in the house.
We were talking about
We'd have
moving
set
the
up in your front yard with a 100-foot extension cord.
We were talking about driving the cars over to the side of their fence and then setting off the car alarms.
But that's how band practices go. And I love going to see bands that are guys that are like 19, 20 years old. They're in their first band. They're
Right.
out there playing their first couple gigs. And sometimes they're really bad, but the passion is there.
Sure.
They're excited. They're into it. You know, and I love seeing that.
That part, yeah.
And I've gone to see guys like they've got this virtuoso guitar player that plays at the Strip, and he's like a classical style guitar player.
Right.
I can't stand this freaking guy. He's not friendly. He's got a real prima donna attitude about his guitar playing. He knows he's good, and he's
Right.
good, but he knows he's good. And like he gets offended if people like he thinks people aren't listening to every freaking single note that he's playing. And it's like, oh, fuck off, man. You're in a winery. People are drinking.
Mm-hmm.
You know? You can't expect them to sit there like it's a recital in a 1800s music hall where you're gonna offend the king if you talk, you know.
Hey, man, you had ZZ Top playing in an 1800s music hall on Back to the Future 3. Never mind. I'm just being me.
No, it's a fact. It's a fact. ZZ Top played in 1855.
1855.
I,
Or 1885.
I went down the ZZ Top rabbit hole the other night.
Okay.
And if
Were there
you
any
go
rabbits?
back and you listen to some of the stuff
From way
the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, when they were on the top of their freaking game, or even back to the 80s, some of their live shows.
Yeah, from Eliminator and blah, blah, blah.
Billy Gibbons and Dusty Hill, all three of those guys, they're way better than they ever got credit for, especially live.
Yeah, certainly.
Especially live.
Yeah.
Billy isn't a straight pentatonic player. He
pretends to be.
He pretends to be.
And isn't that weird? He pretends to be. But he's all over the map as far as people wish they could play that well. And it's not just straight blues stuff that like everybody thinks. It's like there's more going on that.
Well, I watched one the other night. They did LaGrange.
Yeah.
And it was a 10-minute
Oh, solo and all that shit going on.
Jam, and he never
Yeah.
sang one line.
Yeah. And to some people, that would totally piss them off.
I listened to the whole thing.
Yeah, it would piss off women. I should say that. Have you noticed that if you go see a band that is not, I mean, made for women, that guys are going to be the only ones who give a flying rat's ass about what's going on for the most,
Yeah,
unless
it's a
unless there's
virtual sausage
yeah.
fest at the concert.
Yeah, it's always a sausage fest. You get 3 or 4, female musicians that are there because they're allowed to get out of the house. Oh, did I say that? I'm batting 1,000 today. Anyway, should we go back to talking about my shirt? No. So going to the thing about how do we get through to anybody, probably never going to get through to them because we're right here in this little place where we've got 25 people going, what the fuck are they talking about? But how we ever going to get through to anybody? It's like, quit. Quit doing that. Quit posting for a while. Get good enough to... How do we let them know, for them to know that they're good enough to be doing what they're doing and hurting poor people that tune in? You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
you could just let them do it and just not listen.
And not listen? I guess I
Yeah.
could, but I can't sometimes.
You're like a train wreck.
Yeah, it's like you're just sitting there watching a train wreck. It's like, how do you I don't know, it just pisses me off, I guess. And now let me tell you 10 other things that piss me off.
The thing is you might watch the next one and you go, wait a minute. I've
done that, yeah. And
You've
you get some good
improved.
shit.
You have improved. Not entirely, but there's a step closer to success.
Okay, I guess what I'm getting at is, should I even be mentioning it? How's that?
It's a bit late now.
Oh, I know that, but
cancel the stream, delete it.
Yeah, but I don't put anything past these guys at the beginning saying, hey, should I talk about that? But I'm just wondering, do I have any right, you think, telling people they should or shouldn't do stuff if that's what they want to do?
Not really, no. To be honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah, to be honest with you, no. It's just what it is. This is what YouTube's all about. This is why we have things like TikTok.
Everybody has their own opinions, and
everybody can just throw whatever shit out there. You can have people on Facebook showing pictures of their newest babies. We don't want to see your babies, they're ugly little fuckers.
If you want to single out like one guy and go after him,
right,
we can do that, but just don't do it to me.
Oh, I won't do it. Yeah, I can't go after you.
Yeah, that's my job.
Yeah.
Okay, how's this? I say this song just because, and find almost your lowest note that you can sing when it comes to singing, and kind of build from that, and simply sing. I'm going to say simply because this is proven to be one of the hardest songs in the world to sing by some. And that's just to sing America's Star Spangled Banner. Try to do that.
Say, can you see?
And then go from there.
Early light.
See, he found his low note. And then work on going, singing the whole song from that point.
Say, can you see?
Yeah, and it's like that's one of those songs, and then just play it for somebody. Don't tell them it's you.
Roseanne Barr.
Yeah, just like that simple, and see if it sounds like Roseanne Barr. It's no different than going to a nightclub And
come on, Scott. There must have been the odd song every now and then where you suddenly started singing it, realizing, shit, I started in the wrong key.
Oh, of course.
Because you start getting it starts getting higher and higher the register.
And I'll be the first one to stop and go.
Bollocks.
I'll be the first one to stop and go. Excuse the fuck out of me.
Yeah,
Anyway,
key change.
Yeah, key change. The next one's going to suck just as bad as this one. So hang on, kids. Yeah, just going up to a stage and not opening the curtain and just sitting behind there going, ah.
Well, you can go watch our band, and Fred starts on the road again with a drum beat, and you'll hear me in the background just slightly with the guitar going on the road again, on the, and then I'll step up to the mic and start singing because I got to find the note because I can't get it from the drum beat.
I bet. Oh, holy fuck! There's one. I'm sorry, kids. I'm going to get off the subject. You're like, thank you. This is one of the best things to do. I'll get back on it maybe in a second. But if you're actually a person who plays in a band, and I'm a country guy, so say you give somebody a chord like that and they start singing, okay? And then the whole band comes in, you know, and then the drums and everything come in. You know, it's like give them the wrong key or the wrong chord to start the song in. There is nothing more fun and nothing that'll get your ass kicked quicker by all singers are prima donnas. But yeah, just, you know, same thing, just you them us, and then they start singing. You know, it's like nothing fucking is greater than that, especially on April Fool's Day. Do that to do that to your singer. Anybody else who is in a band in here, April Fool jokes. Go over to the drummer's drum kit. You can't do it to Ed's drummer because he's not got a real kit. His are electronic and it's a whole different setup. Go over there and check it out. It's a whole different ballgame. And the guy stands up and on their acoustic sets, and he actually can.
Yeah, well, he's got a stool there, but he stands up for a lot of it.
Yeah, and but you can go up to a normal drum kit and hold on to the cymbal stand as you're doing this, but unloosen the little wing nuts on everything on the entire fucking drum kit, but especially the cymbals. Undo them till the whole cymbal stand collapses, then put it back up and tighten it just enough to hold the weight of the cymbal. So during the first song, as it goes, he will lose eventually his entire kit. You know, all of a sudden the tom comes undone. It's just kind of hanging like this. And then he goes to hit the crash, and it falls down this way. And yeah, by the end of the first song, everybody's just lost it, especially him.
And this got you kicked out of how many bands?
Same thing with the microphone stands. I mean, they're just hanging on, but yeah, all of a sudden that microphone stand just drops in front of everybody. That's always a good one.
Yeah, I think that trick. I think Freddie Mercury must have had that trick played on him. That's why he got rid. That's why he got rid of the bottom end.
That's why he got. Yeah, he actually broke that mic stand, and all of a sudden that became a thing. Yeah, because they used to have those. They used to have those heavy basses on them back when. That you couldn't. I mean, you could use those fuckers to, you know, major brain damage. That had the big, heavy iron basses on them. But yeah, Freddie Mercury's mic stand got bent and broke, and all of a sudden his stick was invented.
And after all, they were Queen and could afford any equipment they wanted. But no, Freddie broke his mic stand.
And he liked
They
his.
can't get a new one.
And he realized then and then only was it when he realized he likes sticks. Boy,
That was one of the biggest shocks in the history of rock and roll to me.
Really?
Was when, I mean, after all, the name of the band is Queen.
I know, yeah.
Okay.
They put it right out there.
I never, ever crossed my mind ever once. And when we found out it was true, it was like, holy crap.
Right. Yeah, it took me a lot longer than it took the rest of the world to find out because I never gave a fuck about them. I'm hearing most of their songs for the first time still.
Yeah, I never bought any Queen albums. My buddies had them. I had to sit through them.
Yeah, but it's funny you say that, Scott, because they have such great things to say about you.
Oh, I'm sure they do. Especially Freddie. He's saying a lot to me today. Let's see. The only thing I ever had to do.
Oi!
This thing I call the
oh man. So you just sing like Elvis and you got Is that Freddie or is that Elvis? I don't know. They're both fucking dead. Anyway. Oh, where is it over here? I read it. He's talking about Gerald said he'll be going live after this. Anybody want to go hang out with Gerald? Go head over there and please do so. Yeah, right there's his link to his channel. Go over there and do it. I go over there a couple times a week and hang out with him. I don't know. Are you hanging out today, Ed? Or are you going to be playing with your water heater?
No, the water heater's done. I didn't have anything planned.
Oh, okay.
What he's asking, are you going to do an after show or are you going to go off and annoy Gerald?
Yeah, the answer is no.
Okay.
On both.
Right, Gerald.
I had a plan to talk about going live and getting to a gig and taking your guitar out of the case and getting up on stage just ready to play and looking down and realizing that all your strings on your guitar have turned black.
Yeah.
And it's like too late to do anything about it. So
now you get that.
And I saved the strings that I changed yesterday on my Stratocaster to show just how bad I let them get.
Okay. I don't blame you for that at all. Just to post it on a video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do it for sure. Is that from one gig?
No.
Okay. Oh, probably from the last couple of weeks doing the one-nighters.
Yeah. A few rehearsals.
I just thought of a way, and here's the way I meant for this to go. But of course it didn't because I go off the rails like I do. And I actually thought about this in the shower instead of what I normally think about. And that was
God.
Duncan's ready. I think that everybody should.
I've got my button over the end stream bit. Okay, go on.
That has ever got the idea in their head that they should be putting it all out there, to honestly put it all out there. Go to an open mic night or a jam session in public and put it all out there. Start doing that. Be the best thing for you.
Absolutely.
Go to open mic nights, go to talent contests, go to karaoke.
Yeah, my daughter. It's funny. We was talking about that in the chat. The song that my that we used for the credits was
Yeah.
a piece of music from my daughter's recordings that we did, and she did an open mic the other night. When I say she did an open mic, she waited till the end and got up. It was the first time she'd ever sang in front of anybody,
Right.
live, and she did that, and yeah, that was she didn't share very much of it because it did. I don't know how long it went on for, but she basically improvised a song live in some kind of open mic. And yeah,
Right.
I was impressed. I was impressed with the bravery because
That's the part that,
she's very self-aware.
yeah, once you stand up there, boy, separating the men from the women, from the kids and the big boys, it becomes very apparent really fast who's got the cojones and who doesn't. For her to get up and actually do it, major kudos.
Yeah.
Quick story that will take about 10 minutes. When I was working, Linda, I got a job in a factory to get medical benefits so Linda could retire at a reasonable age. Actually, kind of young. And she had decided, since she was now retired, and she had started before that because she used to come home from work and just practice and practice and practice her bass. So this actually happened before she retired.
Still, that's all she does.
But I started working on songs with her, and we got about 5 songs together. And she uses her little cheat sheets, but they're there mostly for
a crutch, just in case.
Yeah, emergency glance,
a safety net,
a safety net. But back then, she really depended on them.
Right.
And I said one Sunday afternoon, we're going to go to this open mic at this winery. And she was like, I don't think we can go, but I'm not going to get up and play. I go, no, I want you to get up and play. So did somebody super chat?
No.
No.
Don't hit the button again.
So we get to the open mic.
I don't even have the button ready there. I don't know what's going on. Sorry.
I knew one of a few things would happen. When it was our turn, she would just say no.
Right.
And say, nope, I'm not doing it. Or we'd get up there and she'd be so nervous that it would be a total train wreck, in which case I would have just covered for her and plowed through it and, encouraged.
Right. And did she sink or swim?
Or the third
There's
thing,
the money again. Oh, go ahead.
Or the third thing, that she'd be okay.
Right.
So we got up there. At first, she was like, I don't know if I want to do this. Yeah, you do. Come on, let's go. So we went up there, and the guy got our instruments plugged in for us. I had an acoustic guitar. She had her bass. He plugged everything into his PA system. He gave her a music stand. She took her little notebook out, her little flip cards out, and sat them there. And the place was packed. And we started to play. And I kind of lost track of what I was supposed to be keeping track of. And I'm singing the song. And Linda's playing along. So I have no reason for concern, right?
Right.
I look up and the dance floor was packed.
Even though you were singing?
And right. And Linda was focused on her music.
Oh, she probably didn't even notice.
She didn't even know. And we ended the song and the people started clapping and she looked up and she's just astonished, right? And I said to myself right there, well, I think this is going to work.
Right.
And she did it. And then we played a couple more songs. We played 2 or 3 more songs and everything went fine. And that first song we played, believe it or not, was Grandpa by the Judds. And people were dancing. And, you know, it was kind of it's not a slow song, but it's not a fast song, but they were out there dancing together. Yep.
I was just wondering if I could remember it. I'm not trying to add to anything.
And then we played which we just started playing again. Here was another one we played with. Everybody's gone away.
Oh yeah.
Leaving for LA. Some gotta win, some gotta lose. Good time Charlie's got the blues.
Oh, she hates that song, don't she?
She hates that song.
We should use that song for our streams.
Oh, there you go.
Everybody's gone away. We've got nobody fucking watching.
What do we got? 6 left now after all my.
Yeah, there's about 2, and one of them is me. Oh yeah, Gerald Nation, you should be a moderator now. I made you a moderator, so you can post a link to your stream for the after show. But you know, just say something. Just say or something in the chat, just so I can see you've got the wrench.
Come on, Gerald. Post anything, don't matter what it is.
If you can spell, you're a genius.
It's got a couple P's in it.
Well, usually a bit of sweet corn, but oh, I see what you're talking about. Right, yeah.
The thing is about Ed's wife. Let me talk about her. There he is. He farted.
Yeah,
and he's got
the wrench. So you can post the stream. You can post the link to the stream.
Okay, put the link to your stream in here, Gerald, so people can find you, and it'll show up for them. They can click on it and head over there after here. Let me tell you something about Ed's wife. You can't get that gal to not take a gig.
No.
She would play 7 nights a week and 58 weeks a year, if there was such a thing, if he would let her. He's like, I'm not playing. I've done all that for forever. He's like, no.
And it's getting harder to do because she gets mad.
If you don't book enough gigs?
Well, she'll bring me something. Look,
a gig?
These guys are playing here. Why aren't we?
Oh,
well,
that one.
Because I haven't called them. We've never been there. That's, we need to go there and let them know that we exist, And she's like, well, you need to call them up.
You know what?
She's got
Ed?
the phone in her hand,
Ed,
the phone number.
I think you need a new agent, and it's Linda.
There you go.
Yeah.
You'll never be here. You'll always be too busy.
There's a band that I've been seeing for the last, and they weren't a band, but that I've been seeing on YouTube. This ties back in with the, hey, get your shit together before you get online thing. There's a band that's been posting individually on YouTube for a couple of years now, and they've just been playing like the drummer, little hottie cutie gal that sits there and plays Rush all the time and what have you, and just rips at a new asshole, and as does everybody else in the band. And now they're finally on their first national opening gigs, for rock bands. It's like if I can't remember who they're out with now, but it would be somebody like Alice Cooper or something, but that's not who it is. I can't remember who it is. The name of the band is called Plush, and they're all females. But yeah, that's some of those people that I had actually watched, and it's like, holy shit, they actually put a band together. But I had watched 3 out of 4 of them continuously over the last few years. So there's hope out there, and they're actually pretty flipping good. It's amazing. They actually found feel, and they found vocals that are out of this world. They need some harmonies, but Hell of a band. I couldn't believe
Oh,
it.
I can do harmonies.
Oh, can you?
Yeah. Well. Not necessarily in the same key, but
Not
I
in the
can do
same
harmonies.
Yeah, Duncan sings in a minor second.
A minor second?
Yeah.
Yeah. A second's more thought. I wouldn't sing.
You know, another thing that's popular now that it's cool, and there's a lot of people doing it, but they do these internet collaborations.
Yes.
But the problem I have is the overproduction.
I'll say something about that in a second.
It's overproduced. They're and I can't I get bored really quick, even with a song I like. If they would all get together in a room and play together at the same time, I'd be a lot happier to watch.
Right.
But when they're patching these things together, and it's just like a gunfight to see who can be the most perfect with reproducing a song.
Right.
And I don't. I like individuality in music. You know.
What about the collab that we did years ago?
Well, that was a new thing, and by God, ours was far from perfect.
Well, yeah. Thank you.
Well,
Thank you very much.
I mean, to do that, it had to do with the people playing on the damn thing.
Oh, okay.
It was the writing of the song that I wrote. It was the, you know, the people playing, and it just these people that are doing it, they're a whole hog into it, and it's like, yeah, it sounds good, but could you do it live? No. Yeah, I know they couldn't. That's all.
Oh, that's all. I'm still waiting for the rest of it. I was like halfway in the middle of like watching a movie in my head. I was just visualizing everything. See how that goes? Okay, did Gerald figure it out? Oh, he's on standby.
Yeah, Gerald says standby. It's probably because he hasn't actually set up his stream yet. So yeah, he's probably just
good point.
He was probably just going to go hit live.
Why doesn't he just put a link to his channel and they can find it that way?
Yeah, we can do that. Or you can use the little three buttons on the side of his. If you look at his chat,
only if you're a mod. Only if you're a mod.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can't go to anybody's channel if you don't have a wrench.
Oh.
Well, they're clicking on something different than what I'm seeing, though, so that's different too. Now, do you people that are in the chat, do you guys only see the stuff on the right-hand side? Is that all they see? They don't see what I'm seeing? Because I don't see the regular chat.
No, they see the regular chat.
Okay,
they see the regular chat and the chat on the right-hand side of.
Oh, they see both?
They see both.
Ah, how convenient. So
or
when that
inconvenient, however you want to look at it.
So when that little orange thing pops up, they get to see the orange thing as well?
No, only you see that.
So they're not seeing what I'm seeing.
What little orange thing?
At Groovy Music Lessons. It's orange.
No, they won't see that.
Okay. Say, I know I can see it on some channels. People do that, and I can see it. I just wondered if it worked on here.
I probably could if I did it a particular way, the right way. I'm not too sure.
Oh, the right way.
The right way.
We're sitting here telling everybody, now do this, and when I see that thing pop up, then
I don't fucking know. You're lucky to get a fucking stream at all, you ungrateful bastard.
Right.
I want it done like this.
Yes, we around here we strive to settle for less.
We strive for imperfection.
We strive for imperfection.
And we deliver, by God. Just
yes.
Make sure here in about 10 minutes you hit rewind and see if I'm not kidding.
Yeah. Welcome to Scott Grove DKG Custom, where quality is a thing of the past.
How much do I? God, that's hard to not. I could do a whole show on that. Talking about like you were talking about earlier, Duncan, the good old days in America.
The good old days with the grays and the blues.
Yeah, we're not talking about aliens. Well, kind of.
Back. You mean back when anybody could carry open carry a handgun back then?
It was
back in the days when they didn't.
It's like when was everything? He's talking about the MAGA hats, make America great again. He's like, when was America actually great?
1950s.
Was it?
Was it?
The 50s and the 60s. Yeah, haven't you ever watched Leave It to Beaver? Come on, man.
Oh.
Did you ever watch the Donna Reed show, for crying out loud?
Yeah, but did you hear about the Korea War?
Did you hear about Fathers Knows Best?
Did you ever watch Sanford and Son back in the 50s?
No, I watched the original.
No, I watched it in the 70s.
I know, that's what I'm saying. See, I was singing harmony just like Duncan. I don't know what key I was on or in, but I was on one of them.
It sounds like the key that you scratch down the side of a car.
That's the one I usually try to use. I honestly have a special key for that. It's sharper than the other keys.
My favorite key to
and
play
a lot more rigid.
My favorite key to play in is E flat demolished.
Demolished. That's another one. I was going to bring that up when I was having my rave on
playing in E flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do it. We don't do it when we play the acoustic. We only do it when we play the electric.
When you guys out there, wherever you may be, if you watch this 30 years from now, if you ever play with the female that sings, you're going to hate life. Depending
you don't want to sing everything in B flat.
B flat or E flat.
Is she called
girl in the world?
Is she called Yoko?
And yes. Do this and play a song in E flat. And do the entire song without a capo. So go ahead and do B flat there. Play a song. Do it this way. Just go play the song Crazy by Patsy Cline in B flat or E flat. She'll do it in one of the two keys. And do it, and don't bring a capo, and see how good of a rhythm guitar player you are.
Yeah, I do the Willie Nelson version because I do it
in a men's key. There you go.
I do it in F and G.
You do it in an F and G?
In an F and G.
Please don't swear here, Ed.
Now, some people can't play an F either. They can't play the B flat.
Well, I can play in E flat.
Yeah. But you don't have to.
But I will stumble.
Yeah.
I'll stumble because I'm not used to doing it. I'm used to playing in B flat because I played in horn bands and they want everything in
They're all
B flat.
Yeah, horn.
Yeah, F was designed to piss people off.
No, that it shouldn't be that tough. It really shouldn't.
No, and that's the other thing. It's like unless you can just lay down a 3-chord song in all 11 keys, go back and practice some more. Practice isn't meant to be a horrible thing. It's meant to just simply get better. So quit practicing in the keys you're practicing in and try something new for a change. Just for fun. It'll only make you better.
Like last night we did
You did not.
Fred has never done this in my whole lifetime of playing with him. He has never done this.
Oh, got
and
laid?
let somebody from the audience come up and play his drums.
Oh, really?
And I was like, what are you freaking doing? And
And especially that kid?
and Fred, yeah, and Fred goes, I kind of know this guy. And I'm like, all right, I hope you know what you're doing. And my brother goes, just play a straight shuffle. So we played Mountain of Love.
Oh, yeah.
And the guy did it. And I was like, okay, all right, the guy knows how to play drums. And even on that kit, because he asked Fred, he goes, Fred, where's the hi-hat? And Fred goes, right where it should be. And the guy hit the right square the first time, and they laughed. Ha, 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 ha. And I went, oh, God, that must be a drummer thing. And so Dickie goes, play a blues song, play a blues song. So I told Linda, I go, we're going to do Red House.
Right.
And she throws her arms up. Red House. I go, it's Texas Flood in A.
Right.
And she goes, oh, okay.
Same. Every song has already been written, except for possibly the words. Has everything musically been done? Has to have.
Art beware, it's all been done. There's
Okay.
nothing new under the sun.
Okay, Duncan. Read.
Yes, boss.
Boss. You should be my boss. You are my boss. You unplugged us a little bit ago. Read John Pearson, very last one.
Sanford and Son was a spin-off of a British show called Steptoe and Son, which was fantastic. I loved
Okay.
old Steptoe and Son was great.
Okay, then it had to be because Sanford and Son was amazing too. So I don't know.
Yeah,
if
I've seen some of it. I've seen some of it. Some of it's quite funny, but there's something really, really special about Steptoe and Son. The Brits do get that kind of stuff really good. When they get it right, it's really good.
Right.
Duncan, who's the name of the steeplejack?
Fred Dibner.
Fred Dibner. You guys got to go watch the videos about Fred Dibner, the last steeplejack in the UK.
Yeah,
The guy that tore down every chimney in the whole fucking whole continent, on the whole island.
Well, Manchester.
Of all of Manchester,
he tore down. There wasn't a chimney left in that place when that guy got done.
Why did he
tell you what?
Just to be pissy?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. You watch that stuff, and you'll start crapping yourself.
You'll think that your job is stupid. Whatever your job is, you'll think your job is for pussies.
Yeah. Oh, that man was incredible.
What's his name again?
Fred Dibner.
Gibner.
Dibner.
Oh, Dibner.
Nah.
Find the link and post
Oh,
it, Duncan.
Dibner?
I gotta go pee. I gotta go pee.
Don't make me work.
Dibner, Dibnah. Like that?
He's gonna post the link. I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
I'm not gonna post.
Okay.
I'm not gonna post a link. Jesus Christ.
Dibnah.
I'll put his name. I'll put his name in.
Okay. Well, you're gonna have me watching this shit all night now.
Dibner.
See, I'm going way back to Silent Shred. Elvis died 3 months after he was born. See, so Silent Shred was born in November. I'm good at counting like that. Let's see. I'm just catching up, folks. Hang on. Oh, Bronze Snake said goodnight, and that was probably a long time ago.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
There's Ricky. Mr. Night Owl retracted something. He probably said, "Oh, you guys are funny today," and then he retracted it.
Yeah. I'd do that as well. Yeah.
Okay, JDW had said, "Where is he? He just went away." There he is. I don't see the orange thing. Oh, he don't. Okay, I see what he's talking about. But then I already have a Groovy Music Lessons collection. Okay, I see. Never mind. Oh, here's something John said. I think I need some of what you guys are smoking.
Well, Old Holborn.
That's why he's not getting the gist of the stream. You guys don't get as good a shit as we do you?
Say
Well,
what?
We should
normal
put
tobacco.
out. Yeah, we're talking about smoking tobacco.
Oh,
Somebody said they need some of what we're smoking. It's like
banana peels.
banana peels. Yeah, they don't get good banana peels wherever they're at.
Yeah, don't ask Ed what you did with a banana to start with.
Oh, DK Duncan put it in there. Fred Dibna. There it is. I had it right after the third time. Now there's two different spellings up here already. Right next to each other.
Yeah, go with Duncan's.
Go with Duncan's.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Do I have to find a fucking link now?
Callum says, awesome guitar collection. Okay, let's do the guitar collection thing. A whole bunch of them down there, a bunch of them back there behind the drums, a bunch of them up here and around. And
At what point, Scott, are you going to get a storefront and start selling the stuff from a store?
Oh, that would make more sense than what the hell I've been doing, huh? Nobody in this town buys a fucking thing. They're all like, I used to put guitars in. They had a place here that everybody could put shit in. They but just you pay for booth prices per month.
Yeah, like consignment.
A consignment type of thing. And then I was in on the consignment deal at the pawn shop as well. And I would take axes and anything sold. I'd give the old man a little bit and blah, blah, blah. And that way he didn't have to worry about having a gazillion guitars in his place because I always made sure he had plenty. And God, I made a bunch of money off that. If anybody remembers this, there was a online company called musicyo.com.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, musicyo, like yo boy, .com, and they sold, it was a Gibson thing, Gibson brands, but they had only sold Kramer's when Kramer was only out by them, Steinberger, and Custom. All these brands belonged to Gibson at the time, but they were all pretty much in limbo. So all the Kramer guitars were like $69 and $79 all the way up to maybe 89 tops. And I would go buy, 40 or 50 guitars at $69 each, and they shipped for free. And I'd sell those guitars for $300 each out here.
Wow.
Yeah. And all the kids were getting, they knew where to go get these guitars and these basses, and they're like, these are brand new. It's like, yeah, brand spanking new. They're not just in here because they're at the pawn shop. They're, make sure they're advertised as brand spanking new. And yeah, I made a flipping mint for a while till he died. But in the consignment shop itself did real well in there too. So I ought to just put a fucking billboard right next to the house and not have to get the business license. Just let it kind of slip through the back door. Oh, I'm telling you. If you guys ever get to the point of where I'm at and you're getting ready to sell all your shit, you cannot do it on Craigslist. They won't let you sell as much as you want. They take you down as being a dealer. Yeah, I've tried to put up 10 ads, 10. And I got taken down every single time. Oh, that must be a dealer. Because they only allow individuals in there. You got to go to a special dealer section and nobody looks there.
So, right. I didn't even know there was one.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Let me look down here. Y'all are too damn funny. Who the hell would have thought that come up right now? Thanks, Ricky, man.
Well, we can change that.
Oh, what? Oh, it's about time, ain't it?
Yeah, we can stop being funny.
See, in his old room, I thought he was a store and did videos after hours.
Well, you could think that about this room too.
Which one?
The one you're in.
The one I'm in? Until I was to actually show
The refrigerator.
yeah, the refrigerator, which is right there. It's like, okay, there's that. There's a TV, and then all of a sudden, the entire living room. The entire living room is my area. Boy, the microphone sounds so much better when I get up to where it was intended to be.
Microphones always sound better when you're really close and sexy.
Here, let's do this. I'll look like a YouTuber. Anyway, here on WNTV.
Welcome to CUNT Radio.
CNT Radio.
Stay tuned, kids. All night, all night.
All country, all the time. You ever climb one of those, Duncan?
What, a cunt?
A country?
Oh. A few trees. I've clambered over a few cunts in the bottom of my pass, but yeah.
Oh, what's his name? I mentioned him earlier. What's that bugger's name?
Which
Turd
one?
Nugent.
The bloke,
The subway guy.
No, the one from your neck of the woods, Jimmy Carr.
Jimmy Carr.
When you start talking about cunts, I think of Jimmy Carr.
Oh, he's a lovely fella. I met him before he was famous.
Have you?
Yeah, I had a drink with him. Yeah. I was
Awesome.
like, oh, what do you do? Oh, I'm a stand-up comedian. Oh, are you? That sounds interesting.
I was watching him and Ricky Gervais.
I love Ricky.
Oh yeah, these are the two I've been watching all week when I'm getting ready to go to sleep. It's like I just put on their specials and stuff on Netflix and put them on, and then I try to go to sleep, and I'm just too fucking busy laughing that I can't go to sleep.
When you want to learn how to annoy as many people as possible in the world, you listen to those guys.
Can you believe Ricky Gervais actually got to host some of the fucking award shows over here in America? It's like,
yeah, they didn't ask him back.
Okay, here's a tech question.
we have a question.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Holy
Hang on,
shit!
we're about to end the stream.
ADW463 asks, what gauge of pick do you use, and do you use the same gauge for acoustic and electric?
Yes, for the last part. I use the same.
No for the last part.
I say yes for me.
No for me.
I use the Tortex number 7 or 0.73s, which you can't see for some reason, because that's the way cameras are.
Focus.
The yellow ones.
I got those ones, but I use all different gauges for.
It's not gonna fuck us.
I found out that you cannot use a soft pick to go.
It won't work.
I can't do it with a stiff pick either.
Shit, you can't do it in MIDI.
Oh, I'm still on distortion. You can't do surf music with distortion on. Well, I guess you could, but do you know what you can do with elixirs?
Oh, that'll be a new set then tomorrow.
Need a new set. But yeah, myself personally, I use the same pick for every flipping thing.
Yeah, but sometimes you don't even use a pick.
Most of the time I don't. Yeah, just like the intro. That's it. Yeah, I guess I don't use a pick most often. Probably 30% of the time, if I had to make a quick guesstimation, which I don't have to make a guesstimation, but I did. So, yeah. And why don't you use them?
Me, I use all different gauges of picks. It depends on what.
Throughout the night?
Yeah.
Huh.
For
Why would somebody
strumming,
do such a thing?
For strumming, I have to have a softer pick, a thinner pick, or my wrist gets tired. On the acoustic guitar, I have to have a pick that's not too thick, but not too thin. It's got to be just right. And for like the surf music, I got to have a
Heavy.
stiffer heavy pick.
Now,
that
what
I
do you
use.
do if you're playing rhythm and then you have to go into a lead solo?
Well, then I just wing it. But
I'm playing rhythm. I'm playing one pick. Now it's time for a solo. Shit. Got to find my other pick. Hang on. It's in my pants.
well, I've got a little tray on my mic stand that last night I actually had to put the pick down and grab an old Fender celluloid pick that I knew would be stiff enough to go
I've got a little tray under my couch.
with white powder and
Straw and a razor
a
blade.
razor blade.
Yeah, I haven't tried to cut myself in a while, but I used to be a cutter. Man, ever since I put my camera down, I mean, Leroy here, you can't hardly see him, and all you can see is that red crap on the ceiling. I know, just shut up and readjust. There you go. Hey, guess what happened, guys? You're not going to believe it. Somebody bought a shirt and somebody totally different bought a mug this
Cool.
week. Can you believe it? And for the first time, somebody bought a different shirt. It was not a Eddie shirt. Nobody's ever bought an Eddie shirt except for Duncan.
Well, I
Duncan
did. Yeah.
did. Duncan did. He's the only person besides myself to buy an Eddie shirt.
Well, that's his dress shirt.
But one's got like an ES,
Yes, it's for weddings and funerals only.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody bought one with the Gibson, one of the ES models on the front of it. So they've all bought guitar related, actual guitars on the front. And I have so much fun creating new Eddie Leroy little thingies. And no, nobody will buy one of those. Not that I'm hurt or butt hurt or anything. Anyway, I'm going to look down here. What does AIDS stand for?
Well, if he's serious, it's acquired immunity deficiency syndrome.
How the hell did you know that so fast?
I took biology in college.
I shouldn't be laughing, but AIDS used to be not a laxative, or was it?
No, it was a weight loss. It was a weight loss thing where you ate these little things that looked like caramels.
Yeah, and they were called AIDS.
My mother got them, and I ate one, and I was like, this is the worst fucking candy I've ever tasted in my life.
Exactly. Yeah. Back then, you could tell everybody you had AIDS, and it was no big deal. It has become the kind of light thing of the diseases of current day, hadn't it?
Well, I don't know. It's still
unless you have it.
Unless you have it, it's still a big deal. I mean,
you never hear about it.
You remember Magic Johnson?
Of course.
Well, you know what Magic stood for?
I know what Johnson is.
Well, Magic stood for my ass got infected, coach.
Fuck. I walked right into that. Oh my God. My wife's probably like, when can I go out there and make him supper? No, she's not thinking that.
Make him suffer? Make him suffer?
Supper. I got to trim my mustache. It's giving me a hair lip. It's getting in my mouth. I never mind the little hair in my mouth.
What's the dog with a hair lip say?
Moof.
Yeah.
Am I close?
I told you already earlier, Mark.
Oh, Mark. I thought you said with a sock in his mouth. Maybe that was me. I forgot all your jokes already. You want to tell them over again?
No.
No. Looking at the time, buddies.
Oh, it is time.
Well,
Hey,
past
maybe
time.
Gerald will give us a link to his stream, and we can have a train wreck over there.
yeah, he's giving us the link. I think
There is
he's
a
waiting.
link.
I think he's waiting for us to finish so he can start.
It could be. I might
So
pop over there and
I'll
see what's happening.
I'll pop the link back in as we close out.
Okay. Well, you kids sit there and enjoy yourselves and practice and sing and go to some open night stuff, open mics and some jam sessions, some karaoke and some anything else, and just jump in feet first and never have to be nervous again.
Well,
and
this week, Scott and I will get together this week, and we'll actually put something together that you might be interested in concerning
a presentation.
Yeah.
Ooh, I know Duncan does those.
I'll get some new jokes.
Yeah, I've seen you on some places putting together some groovy production.
Oh gosh,
what would I call it? You'll have all these
shite.
10 different videos from all over the place, and got geese and stuff screaming at people, or what? Sheep screaming at people, or something. And he's got all kind. I'm not doing it any justice. He puts together all kinds of fun.
Yeah,
shit.
come over to the Shills and listen to
the Shills,
the Shitty Shill Show.
I like that show.
Yeah, more a lot of
Fun.
shit, but yeah, it's fun.
You have to put links into there all the time.
Oh,
drop them anytime you want.
If I could be asked, I would, but I can't be bothered.
Yeah, put it anytime you want. Hey, come visit us over here on these nights, and like I would give two, like I would even see it, like I would care. I don't see nothing that's going on in the chats. I just wait for Ed to say, "Hey, somebody said this."
Been a quiet night tonight. Not many questions. Not much
it is
going on.
quiet. Yeah, just sitting here.
No fucking super chats.
No super
bastards.
chats. We'll check the PayPal in a minute and see if Duncan will donate $2.
No, not tonight. I had to buy a new computer, so.
I got to buy a new set of guitar strings too. Now that I did that noise for five people's amusement.
Oh, you got a cupboard full of those fuckers. What are you talking about?
Hey, I get to say this for the first time in a while. Hey, Ed.
What?
Say goodnight to the folks.
Good night, folks.
That's all you got for them?
Folks.
Okay. And I'm simply going to say, catch me next week. Ed and I will actually come up with something. If not, then Duncan and I will come up with something. And it'll have to be better than what I did this week. So.
Well, it wasn't bad. It just,
we just needed some questions in here, by God. I would like to see right now, Duncan, get my ass out of here. That's what I'd like to see. You guys take care of yourselves.
Yeah, let's get this fucking cunt out this stream so he can go over to Gerald's and annoy that little bastard as well. And everybody just go over there and just give Gerald a lovely, lovely, lovely hug and a kiss, or be a troll in the chat. Whatever it is you're going to do, I'm sure Gerald will appreciate it. And whatever Scott's got in his hand right now, I'm glad he's putting it up his nose. Right, so we're saying good night, everybody. And good
night, everybody.
Everybody say
good night, everybody.
Thank you for your support, all your questions, which weren't very many of, but next time, come with questions, come with cash, come with super chats, and we'll have some fun again next week. How about that?
How about that?
Shall I hit the credits? Good night,
Hit
everybody.
the credits.